Hi guys, welcome to the first anime pickups for the month of May 2013. This is The Rose of Versailles. You already know that I picked this up. I did an unboxing video of it, so I'm not going to go too deep into it, but this is a Shōjo release from the 80s by TMS Entertainment, and Nozomi put it out, and it's awesome. It's an absolute classic, and to think this has actually been licensed is crazy. I'm very much looking forward to watching it. I say it's a classic, but I haven't actually watched all of it, so my opinion, I suppose, is based on other people's opinions. So hopefully I will feel the same by the end of it, because I'm very much looking forward to watching this, The Rose of Versailles. Here's a quick spin of the box, but if you want to see more in depth of what's inside of this beautiful set that Nozomi have put out, then watch my unboxing video, which is the video before this. I'll put a link in the description to it as well. So yeah, Rose of Versailles. Next up, I picked up the latest voyage of One Piece. This is season 4, voyage 5. It takes up to episode 263, so again, a reasonably short volume, but this time it makes more sense. Basically, this is a connector volume. It connects the Water 7 to Enies Lobby, the arcs. This is a good volume, you know, and I'm very much happy to continue buying the dub. I do, like, I'm sure you guys are aware by now because I've mentioned it before, but after watching the last volume, I just couldn't wait for this volume to come out. The last volume came out 2 months ago, so the wait was shorter. So to Funimation's credit, yeah, it was shorter, but I had to know what was going to happen. I just couldn't wait anymore. I couldn't be left waiting, knowing that the next volume wasn't even going to really be solving anything. Like, I knew that the story took forever, and I'd be waiting till probably Christmas before I found out what I eventually found out in the space of a week. When watching the fan subs online, I would have watched the Funimation streaming, but it just wasn't available. But yeah, so I've watched this already. I've watched this already. This DVD, I've already watched it before via fan subs as well. The dub took a little bit of getting used to, you know, again, you know, because I'd watched like almost 100 episodes of the subs, so yeah, the Japanese cast, so getting used to the dub was a little bit more difficult. The main cast for One Piece, the dub is actually quite similar, only a few of the characters deviate, and you know, there's certain moments where it's like, yeah, that was better in the Japanese dub, there was more emotion to that, but yeah, it's not really a big deal, and I do like the dub a lot, so I'm quite happy. I'm going to continue buying these DVDs because I want to own One Piece on DVD, and I'm also going to continue to watch them dubbed because I watched the first 252 episodes dubbed, so I don't see any reason not to continue watching it dubbed when I buy the DVDs and then subtitled for anything I watch beyond what I've already seen. So I want to talk about just one little thing just quick. This is a good little anime fact. One Piece is made by Toei Animation, and this volume contains trains, the water trains, or sea trains, of the Puffing Tom and the rocket thing. I can't actually remember what it's called now, even though I only just finished watching the DVD yesterday. But yeah, the train here. One of the cool things, little things, Toei obviously went to their sound bank to get the sound effects for the trains, because guess what? The trains sound exactly the same to Galaxy Express 39, which I thought was really cool. When I watched the subtitles, I noticed it immediately, and that's something that only people that are like obviously have seen Galaxy Express 9 would obviously recognise. But it just makes me wonder what else I might discover just by watching other shows. But I don't know if it was like a nod and a wink to fans who obviously know of Galaxy Express 39, or it really was just Toei going, let's just go to the sound bank and get the train effects out. But it was really, really cool to hear the Galaxy Express 39. Everything's the same. The chug of the train, the I would have no idea what it's called, but the whistle, I suppose you would call it, you know, the doot, that was exactly the same. It was really, really cool to hear, and quite weird as well. But yeah, this is the final volume for season 4. Season 5, sorry, will obviously be Enies Lobby, as like I said, this is a connector. But I'm interested to see what they're going to do with the packaging, because I know that the first 3 volumes, the first 3 seasons, sorry, like mimicked ship material. We had dark wood, then we had steel, and then we had plank wood for the first 3 seasons. This could be considered a sail, but because it's white, but it's not really. It's a completely different type of design. I'm interested to see what they do. I'm hoping they don't keep the volumes white, because I kind of like the idea that, well, the good thing, even though this doesn't have a similar design, as it has like logos on the spine and stuff, it is quite a cool design, and it is different from the previous 3 volumes. And I'd like the 3 seasons, sorry, and I'd like that season 5 to be different as well, and then season 6 to be different. Because I prefer that. I hate it when companies put out a bunch of seasons that are all different, and then they just do a bunch of them that all look exactly the same. Viz did it for Bleach, and to me that just does not look good. So anyway, yeah, let's stop going on about that. Next up, I picked up Toriko. This is the second half of Toriko. Funimation had put out 4 volumes of this already, which is crazy. So I think it's 50 episodes, or 52, that they've put out so far. This is the second one, like I said, that takes us up to episode 26. I bought the first one back in February, and I still haven't watched it, so that's not good. But I've kind of been like put off from watching it. I thought I would, I'll watch the 13 episodes and I'll buy them. But I thought, well, if I really like it, I kind of would like at least 26 episodes, because that's 10 hours of entertainment. So that seems like a good amount to enough that if I really got into the show, I would get enough out of the 10 hours worth before absolutely desperately needing perhaps the next 10 hours, which would take me up to episode 52 for volumes 3 and 4. But I'm very much looking forward to watching this. It's I think it's going to be a combination of a number of things. It seems to remind me of One Piece. The world I haven't actually watched it, but I've seen trailers and I've seen art and I've heard people talk about it. And it seems to me to be like the world is quite a lot like One Piece, or like basically the world, One Piece, world, whatever. The characters seem to be a cross between Dragon Ball Z and Fist of the North Star, especially Toriko here. It seems to be that sort of combination of like big burly guys, and the food thing, which is obviously what the show's main thing is about, is hunting for food, seems to be the Hunter gourmet hunter exam. If you remember that, when Gon and Killua are doing the hunter exam, there's one, at least in the original series, not sure if it's in the new one, because I haven't seen it yet, but in the original series there's a food arc where they have to go and find food and cook it and all that, and that part seems to be in here as well. So it seems to be a combination of all those things melded together, and I'm expecting it to be quite good. It's done by Toei, and Toei, in my opinion, are very, very good at Shonen. Dragon Ball Z, Fist of the North Star, Toriko, and One Piece. I think they know. I think that they know what they're doing, so it should be good. So I'm looking forward to watching it. Finally, I picked up Naruto Shippuden box set 2. For those of you who haven't quite caught it yet from the last, I think I've mentioned it in at least 2 videos, but I've been watching Naruto filler, and I finally finished the Naruto filler. I watched an insane amount in one weekend. I had some time. I suddenly had some time, and I thought, do you know what? I'm going to knock Naruto out of the park right now. I'm going to watch all that filler over the course of 4 days. It's going to almost end me, but I'm going to do it. And I did it. I watched all of Naruto's filler. I watched 70 episodes over the course of 4 days. Yeah. I didn't give it my full attention, by the way. I was like browsing the internet on the computer, and I was watching it in like a window on the computer on VLC player. But yeah, I watched all of the filler, and the filler is terrible, and it is worth skipping, but I just really wanted to see it. I wanted to know for myself just how bad or just how good it may be, surprisingly. For me, 75% of Naruto's filler is completely skippable. There's no need for it. And it's boring, and it's not really worth having. It just seemed to be repeating itself as well. A lot of the mini arcs that are in there, that are 3 or 4 episodes long, essentially tell the same story, just in different ways obviously, but it's the same story at its core. But there were parts of it that were quite good, there were parts of it that made me laugh, there were parts of it that were worth seeing, and I think the best solution, while the filler is totally skippable and you're not ruining the story, you're not going to miss anything by skipping it, if you like Naruto, I think that there needs to be a list out there to say, if you really like Naruto, here are some episodes that you need to watch, because they're actually quite good. They're like little side stories, they're comedy, they're quite funny, they could be considered OVAs in that sense, the same sort of style, like the sports festival episode from Naruto, well, that's probably in bad taste as well, but bad comparison, but yeah, there's just like episodes like that that are just quite funny, and just like completely one-off stories, which I enjoyed. As for Shippuden, I've just started Shippuden. I'm only about 6 episodes in, to be honest. But I'm a bit underwhelmed by Shippuden. It doesn't seem to be enough fanfare. When Naruto returns, and I'm not ruining anything for anyone, I'm sure, because Naruto Shippuden is like 300 episodes in by now. But when Naruto returns, I just thought, like, this is, like, really underwhelming. There's, like, no big deals being made out of it, because this is a time skip. This is a big deal. We've been following these in the Naruto original series. We followed these characters from essentially their early beginnings to the moment where big changes are about to happen. This is a big deal. There's a huge amount of time that we followed these characters for, and then there's a time skip, and then you want, you know, that now the characters are older and they're going to be much more wiser and they're much more powerful and all this stuff. And I'm sure obviously Shippuden is going to will go further into that throughout the 300 episodes it has. But at the beginning, right at the beginning of Shippuden, it just seems like not enough a big deal is made about it. Naruto just seems to nonchalantly walk into Leaf Village, and barely any fanfare is made at all. I'm not expecting the whole village to be there and go, "Oh, welcome back, Naruto," but it seemed to be like no one made a big deal out of it, barely at all. It was like, oh, he's like, Sakura realizes he's back, and she goes running up to him, and then she just calls him like it's nothing. "Oh, Naruto, but you haven't seen him for 2 years. Should be more of a big deal." And Naruto turns around and he goes, "Oh, hi, Sakura," and he should make more of a big deal of it. The whole thing is really underwhelming. I was really disappointed with that aspect of it. Yeah, and then it kind of like, you get the Naruto and Sakura going and doing some sort of exam thing, like some sort of just a few episodes to again with Kakashi to show that they've grown and basically explain the differences from Sakura and Naruto before the time skip and after. Great. But there's also this bit in the Sand Village, and now obviously I barely got into it, but it was really bugging me that the Sand Village kept coming up and getting more time. You know, getting more screen time. I was like, it's all very well. I'm looking forward to whatever story this is going to be. It looks interesting. We've got this character being introduced, and he looks really cool. But I want to concentrate on Naruto right now. He is the main core of the story. He's the reason that the show exists. He is the story. Can we just... This is Shippuden. We've only just come back from all of that time frame, and we're not concentrating on Naruto in like for at least the first 10 episodes. We're not concentrating on Leaf Village and just showing the changes that have happened. It didn't grip me at all, and I'm probably going to stumble my way through the first 20 episodes or so of Shippuden, which this takes us up to episode 26, I believe. So yeah, that's probably what's going to happen. I'm probably going to stumble my way into the first half, not the first half, the first very small amount of Shippuden, and then we'll see where we go from there if I get addicted. It could be just the after effects of watching all of that filler. So yeah, I might just be drained on Naruto, and as much as excited as I was for Shippuden, maybe its slightly underwhelming beginnings meant that I just like, ugh, I don't want to watch this. It's not doing what I wanted it to do at all. After watching all that filler, I was expecting a massive payoff, and I just didn't get it, which is disappointing. So, yeah, I picked up the second box set of Naruto Shippuden. I can't believe how long this video is. I do apologise. I'll put a little annotation at the beginning to say if you don't want to hear about Shippuden, then don't watch most of this video. But, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you again.